Hey YouTubers, so last week I put some new turn signals here in the back of the RAV4 and I got the wrong color. I ended up putting the red ones in there, and it's perfectly legal to run the red turn signals here in the back. It says you can use red or amber. The original ones that was in here were the amber color, and so I run around with it for a week, and I think I like the amber a little bit better. So I got the amber ones. These are the Lasfit T3 7443As. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and switch these out, but I gotta say I've been pleased with how bright these are. But again, I just wanted to switch the lights out to the amber color. But if you're one of those people that like to be a little bit different and you want to run the red ones, this is what it looks like. You know, they're not as red as the red on the brake, because the brake housing part of it is tinted where the turn signal is clear. So they're not quite as red. They have more of a pinkish red tint to them. They're not as dark red. Anyways, they still look good, but I'm gonna go ahead and switch them out to the amber because I just like the amber color better. But anyways, I figured if you were interested, I'd show you. So all right, so your first step in replacing these lights is take you some cheap painter's tape. I got this from Harbor Freight. It ain't no good. I guess it's several years old, and when you try to peel it, you can't peel up but maybe 10 inches or so, and it rips. So that's why this looks like such a mess. But it's still good for, you know, taping around these taillights, because when they slide off, you know, it's so abrupt when it comes off that, you know, the corner of this right here can always come back and scratch your paint. So just be careful when you're doing this. But anyways, I tape mine up first, and then next I come right over here to this side, and you want to remove this little plastic plate. All you do is take your thumb, stick it in there like that, and pull back, and it's very simple. It's just held in there by clips, and you, like I said, you just peel it back. And then you want to take a 10mm ratchet and socket and take those two bolts out right there. Then you'll have these two little bolts. Just set them right next to your plastic piece, and again, that's a 10mm. And then next, you want to put one hand here and pull back with your other hand on the light. Now it's gonna be hard to kind of video this because once it pulls out, it's very abrupt, and it happens so fast you don't even know that it's popped out. But there is a clip right here on the front, on the bottom, and then there's a push pin that sticks in there as well. So you're gonna pull back towards you, and like I said, it's going to be abrupt. I like sticking my belly right here at the end of the light, so when it does come out, that it doesn't just slam out. Now I might not have enough strength to pull it back this way, so I might have to come over here and try to push it this way. So whichever way is more comfortable to you guys to get it out. So I'm gonna try it this way and see if I can get it. If not, I'll switch the other position. Oh, there it went. And then you can see right here, this is the spot that you just undo. You just turn it counterclockwise to loosen it. And like I said, you can see that's where I had the LED Lasfit bulbs in there, the T3s. But I'm switching these out to the amber T3s. Then I'm gonna just set the housing right back in place just for a minute there, just while I'm getting the other bulbs. So the reason I wanted these lights is because they're a lot brighter than the stock ones, and you can get more people's attention if you're turning, and it just, you know, it just makes it a little bit safer. And these things are normally known for using less power, but since these are so, you know, high output lights, I think they use about 2 or 4 more watts than the stock ones. So it's not a big deal. But these things are, the reason they made the T3s is they've come out with them where they would not hyper flash. And if you're not familiar with that, let's say you keep your turn signals turned on for an extended amount of time, well, the bulbs will be flashing super fast, and that's called hyper flash. So these here are outfitted to where they won't hyper flash on you unless you leave them turned on for like over 30 minutes and they get hot, and then they'll start hyper flashing. But who's going to leave their turn signals on for 30 minutes? But anyways, these here have 5 LEDs per side, and there's 4 sides, so you're going to get plenty of light output. And then right here on top, this is ceramic, the same thing they make spark plugs out of. And then the reason they put that on there is for like heat dissipation. You can see right here on the bottom, there's some like heat dissipation ribs molded into the body of the light. And then there is some little holes drilled in it just to keep the bulb nice and cool. But gotta say, these are bright. I run these exact same bulbs here on the front, in the front turn signals on my RAV4, and I, you know, I don't know why I got red. I just thought I'd do something different, and you guys might like that. You know, you might want to be a little different, but I wanted to keep mine more of the same. So like I said, I'm gonna switch these out to amber. Now I went ahead and turned my flashers on, so when I plug this bulb up, I'm gonna see if it's gonna work or not, or if I have to flip the bulb around 180 degrees, because these are polarity sensitive. So I'm just gonna take and plug it in just like this, and that lets you know that I plugged it in the right way. And it's kind of hard to see the hole now because it is so bright. I'm telling you, these things are super freaking bright. You just take and push it in the hole and turn it clockwise to the right, and it just fits right in place. All right, so the way that these reinstall is, you can see right here on the tail light that it's shaped like a V and it's notched out. And the reason that's notched out right in there is because it fits around this little round plug, and it's smaller diameter in the middle. So you take that V and you slide it in behind, and it locks it in place. Now the other place that it's connected to is right in here. You can see there's like a wall anchor looking thing like you'd put in drywall to hang a picture. That's what it looks like anyways. Well, this little metal push pin slides into there, and that's what centers the light. Now I'll go ahead and tell you, for me, I'm gonna go ahead and peel the tape off, because last time I didn't peel the tape off before I put the light in there, and there was just like a little sliver of blue tape that got up underneath there, and I couldn't get it off. So I'm gonna be smarter this time and pull this tape off away from the edge. So now that I got the tape peeled away, I'm gonna take the light and put it back up in there where it needs to go, and you can see that I've got it pulled away. I'm just gonna slowly push it, and it's gonna fall right in behind that clip. So you just kind of push it up on there, and it locks in place. So now you just come back here and put your 10mm bolts in, install the plastic piece, and you should be go. But check that out, look how bright that is. It's pretty crazy, guys. Really crazy. All right, so you can see there on the left I've got the amber color Lasfit T3, and on the right I have the red color Lasfit T3. It's the same bulb but just a different color. And so for me, I just think the amber one stands out a little bit more. You know, even though the red is still bright, and even when it turns dark, you know, it does shine a lot brighter than it is now, because it's still in the evening and the sun's still up. But I gotta say, you know, the amber just does it for me. I just think it looks better. So I'm gonna switch it both out to the amber, but you know, it does look good either way. If you want to be a little different, you can do the red, but again, I just prefer the amber. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch the other one out. Stay tuned. All right, so same thing on the passenger side. I've removed the bolts, removed that plastic cover, and then I went ahead and taped it up real quick, and I'm gonna just try to pull it towards me. And belly was good for something today. I kept from pulling it out too hard, because if you don't put yourself up against it, you'll jerk it out. And like the first time I removed these, literally, you know, they come out really hard and really fast. Since I've removed them one other time, they're a lot easier to get in and out. So, you know, just be careful when you remove them. Just gonna remove this one. It's gonna come out just like that. Woo! That one was hot. So these things have been running for a minute, and they were hot when I went to grab it. So don't make the same mistake as I did. I forgot and left the flashers on. So all I could find was a hat to grab this. But so I got the new bulb. You go ahead and throw it in there, and you can see when I put it in, it don't light up. That's because it's reverse polarity. So you spin it around 180 degrees, and it should work. There you go. So take and just put it back in there, and then you see how it just locks in place, and you turn it to your right, and then it just locks in place. And then go ahead and peel that tape off. And I'll go ahead and tell you, I'm seeing spots because I stared at that thing for just a second too long, and Man, I'm telling you, that thing is bright. And once you remove that tape, then it's the same thing as the other side. You just want to kind of line it up just like it would go in there, and then just slowly push in, and you'll feel it grab, and once it grabs, it locks in place. And now you come back and you put your two little 10mm bolts in there, and then next you're going to take the part that's notched out, stick it here on top, fit it in place there on bottom, and just push it in, and that's it. You're done. All right, guys, so here it is. You can see how much brighter those amber ones are, and they just look so much better. And if you come over to the side right here, you can see right there in the mirrors that there's the amber color, and so that's why I wanted it. And then here in the front, you can see that I've got the T3 turn signals as well. And if you're interested on learning how to change those bulbs out, I've got a video I'll link to this one to show you how to do it and show you a comparison between the stock ones and these. All right, guys, so I had to make a video once it got dark just to show you guys how bright these things are. I know you guys will never believe this, but this is just your flashers with just your turn signals going at the same time, just to give you an idea how freaking bright they are. And you can see I've got T3s here in the back and T3s in the front. So you know, when I put my flashers on, man, this thing is ridiculous. And just to give you an idea, I'm standing out, you know, probably 25 or 30 feet from the car, and just to give you an idea how bright it is, just shining down in this field. Look at this, way over here. But then there's a reflector on a tree. Look at that. That thing's over 100 yards away, and it's my turn signals are reflecting off that reflector on like a telephone pole. I mean, look at that. You can see my reflection right here on the ground. That's my legs right there. But that is a lot of light. And look, it's even shining on the back of the neighbor's house over there. I mean, that's just stupid how bright these things are. I mean, really. I'll take you guys around the front and show you how bright the front are, even though it's the same thing. But it's just amazing. These lights are really powerful, I know that. Now, some of the light's going to be from my Raptor lights, but look at that. I mean, that's just ridiculously bright. And you can see the back ones. I mean, look at that. I mean, they go on shining through the woods a long ways. So I'm going to turn the flashers off, and I'm just going to do one turn signal at a time. Look at that. It's the rear turn signal. I'm backing up a ways. You can't tell me that don't make your car safer. You know, people can see you turning a mile away. It modernizes the look of those the lights, just because, you know, those halogens, they're not very bright. Sometimes they look a little dim, and with these, they're just so much brighter. I just think they look more modern to me. Turn signals in the back and the front, they're more lighter of an amber than the side mirror over here. You can see these are a lighter color than the ones there on the side mirrors, just by like one or two shades. So, you know, if that's gonna bother you, but I mean, these are so freaking bright in the back that it don't bother me at all. But I know if you're real picky, that might bother somebody, but I just think they're awesome lights. And we'll check the front here. Just like the Raptor lights are more the same color as the little side lights on the side mirrors than the ones in the turn signal there. So anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. If you would, please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll put a link for these lights down below. You know, I'll put a link to the front turn signals, as well, so you guys can see how to replace those if you don't already know. And you know, I'll throw some other of my latest videos up there for the RAV4. All right, please like and subscribe. Again, you know, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe to my channel. Literally, it just helps me out, and it helps you guys see my videos as soon as they come out. So it just makes it a little bit easier for you guys to see more of my content. And you know, if you like it, it just helps my video get more out there to the people. Until next time, guys, see ya.